bitches.
And we're live and completely and utterly inappropriate. Dave, you ever say that again about my sister?
Yeah, Dave, that was really uncalled for.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Dave, you're sitting in the dark, feeling all safe. But you know what?
Good.
Suddenly, it's going to be like
good.
salsa shark, and then you're going to pay salsa shark.
Oh, you know what? My answer to that is, buddy, bag of fucking Tostitos. I am ready.
Tostitos go into the jar. Shark in the jar. Tostitos. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Crafty Boys. This is a place. This is an event. An event? Yes, it's an event. You can come here and
Event of the night.
Watch. Oh my god! Watch us drink beer.
We're
and
also
talk
having a
about
visit from
garbage.
Squanchy.
Apparently, Squanchy's here, and apparently, I, that's it. I'm gonna totally have a stroke. So
Rick
anyway,
beamed in
uh,
earlier.
this week's beer was chosen by yours truly, I think.
Yes.
At least I got it first. But essentially, it is a beer from a bunch of breweries that got together and sent it to us, especially in the mail. I wish. No, this is Torchlight Brewing, the Big Squeeze, which is they call it a stone fruit pale ale. And when I imagine stone fruit, I imagine a bunch of it.
Can I interrupt you for a second? Just to correct you.
It
is not the Big Squeeze. It is the Big Squeezy.
Squeezy. Yes, sorry. The Big
Squeezy.
Hang on. I have to make my apology video. Torchlight Brewing. I apologize for calling your Big Squeezy the Big Squeeze. I will never do it again, and I promise it will be rectified in a following video. Thank you. It is 5.5% alcohol, and it comes in a tall can, and basically
In force.
This is what's actually interesting about their cans. I don't know if you noticed this, but on the side it gives you the typical ingredient list, but then it says basically it has just a bunch of words: vivacious, sunshiny, aromatic, quenchy, vibrant, peachy, beachy, plump, juicy, bold, jazzy, bright, tangy, dewy, bubbly, luscious, succulent, tantalizing, nectarine e. And there's a I don't know what these words are. What is this? Voluptuous. It's not voluptuous, it's voluptuous, and delinquescent. And I think that must be a word because I've never seen it before. But there you go. Hashtag fruit fetish. So there you go. I'm gonna pop this baby open.
Last two was 1 a.m. after they had already been at it for 6 hours trying.
Ted, we gotta get this damn marketing out, man. Jeez.
I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed that they haven't specified what fruits are in the beer.
Yes, well, the only indication is in that list. It's the nectarine. Just take the can; it'll be fine.
Right.
Or give me the can back. There you go. They come in a 4-pack. This particular one. Now, I noticed this because of Torchlight Brewing mainly. But then I, about 10 minutes later, realized that they were not going to have too many of these because, as I said, I think last week, BC liquor stores, when you see a price that says 97, you know that that beer is headed out and may not come back. So, the smell test first. The smell test. First of all, this is really, really fragrant, and I like that.
Do you find it really fragrant? I'm not, actually.
I'm finding it fragrant.
Beer's fragrant.
Like I can smell it, but I mean, maybe I'm getting a cold or something. But I don't really. It's not as pungent as a lot of the beers that we try.
Yeah, I think it's nectarines.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely tastes like nectarines. Yeah, it might have something else in it, but if I were to bet money on it, I would say that the Nectarini is the only thing. Now, Torchlight Brewing is located in our very own province here in Canada. It is from Nelson, BC, the famous town where they filmed. I can't remember the Steve Martin movie with the guy with the big nose. Remember?
Roxanne.
Was that Roxanne? Yes. So yeah, it was actually a very good town until that movie came along and made it even better. Because Nelson's cute. I like it. I've been there a few times in my day, and but Torchlight Brewing didn't exist, so I'm glad they have a brewery, and I am very pleased about that. So, so far, Nectarini, and what do you guys think? What's the flavor palette doing to your mouth holes?
To our mouth holes. Man, it's hard for me to put my finger on this one. Like, I like it. It isn't bad, but the flavor profile is pretty weak.
Really?
Compared to what we would normally have.
So you're looking more for that punch in the face hole. Okay. Dave, what is your thought?
The old onesie
A stoned fruit pale ale. I want to discuss what stoned fruit means. Keep going. Sorry, Dave. Keep going.
I'm not sure about this one. The flavors are doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Okay.
To my mouth hole. I mean, it starts kind of nice. I don't mind it, but it finishes a little tinny to me.
Really? Tinny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have a lot of like sediment?
Yes, it's an unfiltered beer.
Oh, I mean, really unfiltered.
No, I have not.
I wasn't able to pour my whole can out, so I think I'm kind of.
Look at what I got.
Hit.
Like, I got sea monkeys in mine.
Well, I'm actually seeing a lot of floaters. Yeah, definitely. But I wouldn't say it's. I guess that's. I guess the technical definition of beer with sea monkeys is sediment. So you're saying the flavor profile is not strong enough. It should really be. It's being overpowered by something.
Well, I feel like I'm drinking like fizzy water. I feel like it's watered down. Is what I'm getting at. I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it either. The test is, would I go back and buy this again, given all the other choices that are out there? And I'd have to say, no, I would not buy this again.
Okay.
Having said that, I'm not going to dump it either.
Honestly, I think. Have we had Torchlight product before? I don't think we
have not. I don't believe this is their first time on the program.
So Torchlight Brewing's beer menu, as they call it, they have the Rhubarbarian, a Level Up Lager, the Awesome Flavor Hazy IPA, and let's see. I guess this is all they really got. Where did this beer come from, boys and girls? What the hell is going on?
Yes, I find it interesting that this beer does not appear on their website beer menu, which tells me that this is maybe a seasonal product that's towards the end of its run.
So they did post on their website a photograph of them at the Great Canadian Beer Fest this year, nice. Which I'm kind of pleased about. I think it's
very nice. It's good.
But I think that, so my head's not leaving. It's sticking around. Like,
see, mine's long gone.
Really thick.
Mine's long gone.
I've still got.
What about yours, Dave? Show.
It's got a little something there. It's a little hard to see. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
So it's not like yours. We don't got heavy head.
I'm curious if your beer is somehow defective. Like, maybe was the can dented? Was it bulging at all?
No, it wasn't.
Shane,
okay,
he
well,
he
all right
did
then.
buy it. He did buy it late.
I did buy
So-
it late. It
Oh,
was
that's true.
out of
Was
the
it-
back of a van.
Was it cold when you got it?
No, it was not.
So how
but
long
it's
did
been-
how long did it sit in the fridge?
It sat in the freezer actually for about.
Ah, okay. So basically, you're chastising Torchlight, Torchwood Brewing. That would be an amazing brewery. Wow.
Only
Torchlight
if
Brewing.
Ian McShane is the spokesperson.
That anything with Ian McShane is instantly better and becomes something a higher level of awesome.
Right.
But I'm trying to defend Torchlight here because of your commentary there, Alan. Basically you're like, I don't know, it doesn't taste very good. It's not cold, and all the head.
I didn't say it's not cold. I didn't say it's not cold. It's plenty cold.
He says,
mine has
sitting
no
there in
head
his
on it.
comfortable kitchen with his CBC T-shirt. So basically, I don't know. That's actually something I'm kind of curious about. Is a beer when it's warm, the flavor profile is going to be different because of this the molecules are moving faster. But when you have beer that's cold, the molecules they're moving slower. So if they're moving slower, are they going to be? Is that going to really affect how we perceive this beer? So I'm just saying, is your perception wrong or right compared to Dave, who's over there, and me?
I don't know.
I do have a theory that the coldness of the freezer is different than the coldness of the fridge.
I thought you were talking
I'm
about
sure
the suds on the top. So okay, well that's true. How long did it sit in the freezer?
About half an hour.
Okay, that's probably not long enough.
To
Because
me,
it is
that's kind of the
interesting that his
minimum
beer
for
and
a
my
can.
beer are both, contain a decent. Mine's like, look at that. Mine's going away, but it's still got a decent sort of foam on top. Yours is completely gone. So that to me is proof in the pudding that we have discovered something about beer that mankind has not ever revealed to the public. So from now on, we're going to talk nothing more about the secrets we have discovered today.
Man, we need a white paper.
We did a white paper on
this must be released
science behind
to the world.
Foam on the top of beer. When you have a head on beer, you have to make sure that there's a certain amount of time where it's the beer itself is whatever container it might be in is provided enough time inside of a cooling chamber of some kind. So the freezer,
a fridge.
A fridge. Are you saying that the freezer is going to somehow damage the fridge? Damage the beer?
You know what? I smell Nobel Peace Prize.
You're right. I think we've stumbled across something that no one on this planet has been able to really dig into. I think that we're
white paper, gentlemen. White paper.
I think
franchise rights alone will be worth millions. Which reminds me, Winston Zeddemore, played by Ernie Hudson, was confirmed this week that he is going to indeed be in the Ghostbusters 3 movie next summer. Nice. So I got that. To me is good news. That to me is got to be the best news that I've heard all week.
Nice.
Do we want to talk about Justin Trudeau?
No, not really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve my opinion on this beer until next week because I got more in the fridge. So I'm going to let them chill properly, and then I'm going to try them over the course of the week. And then next week, I'll let everybody know what I really thought. But for right now, I'm giving this one a
And that's our official mark. So
that's our official thing.
Our official stars now, because we started doing this episode 200. What are we giving this particular beer? How many stars out of 5 does this beer rank at the moment?
I gotta give it 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2.
Really? I'd give it 3.
Hmm.
All right,
Okay.
so let's go with 2.25.
Okay. You know what? I'm
5.
still pulling for 10 stars. 5 it's not enough room for me. I need more headroom.
You know where headroom. I mean, I agree that the flavor profile could be far stronger. I mean, it's supposed to be the Big Squeezy. It's supposed to be a stone fruit pale ale. I really want to know what a stone fruit is.
Okay, so a stone
Is it
fruit is simply a fruit that
wait.
has a pit in it.
Right. So it's got to be. So okay, that.
So
See, I learned something today.
So stone fruit is like an example of one is like peaches, nectarines, plums, lychees, mangoes, almonds, apricots, and cherries. I just
Okay.
got that from Wikipedia.
Congratulations.
I had it up and ready to go. I was prepared. I did my research.
So so a pitted a fruit with pitted fruit, pitty fruit, stone. See, here's the thing. I picture these nectarines hanging around, going. So, when we get the beer, will there be nachos? Like, because if I'm gonna be mashed to a pulp and then fermented, I got to do it on a full stomach because I got to hang on. Try to emulate a bong. So if that's gonna happen, if that you can guarantee that, mash away. I want that to be a cartoon now. So essentially, with the beer being amazing in its color, I agree that the fruit flavor could be a lot stronger. I don't know what's killing it. I don't think. I mean, there's a very a low hop profile to it. Like you can tell that there's hops in it, but they're not. You can't really
Well, it's
taste
not
them.
an IPA. It's not an IPA.
Well, no,
so,
I know, but I mean, usually you can tell when there's when the hop flavor.
Yeah.
And they're using mosaic hops, which are, I think, they're a bittering hop. Let me look this up because I don't have Wikipedia up and ready.
They use mosaic. They use mosaic hops.
No, I know because it's on the can. I'm just trying to remember. It is a. Is it? I should know this. Mosaic is it's a flavor hop. It's a flavored profile hop. So they're using very little of it. Is my whole point. Is that you can tell it's there, but you can't really taste it. But the fanciness that is the nectarine. I really wish it was just because they're talking about it being juicy, bold, tangy. And I'm not getting that. I agree. But it could be a lot stronger. It could be like they could have dumped 200 more whatevers of it, and it would be great. So
Right. 200 more whatevers.
200 more whatevers, because when you have 200 more whatevers,
How many doohickeys are there in a whatever?
I believe it's 5.253.
Yes, that's right. That's how many.
Is that a
doohickeys.
metric unit of measurement, or
Yeah, metric all the way? We're Canadian. Come on.
Yeah, duh.
Hey,
sorry, Dave.
I said hey. Before we change,
I said hey.
I said hey.
That's what horses eat.
Dad jokes. Dad jokes.
I'm just
You know, even dad
digging
was
into the
excused,
comedy
man.
septic tank to pull out something that'll entertain.
Dave, you were gonna say what were you gonna say?
I wanted to change gears because I want to ask you boys a question.
What, ask us a question?
Ask you a question.
We'll ask you an answer.
I was up on Sunshine Coast a few days past, and as you both probably know, Persephone is up there.
Yes.
And I wasn't aware of this, but my buddy who lives up there was telling me that apparently, and this might be really old, I don't know, but apparently there was a big thing with Persephone because of the fact that they grow their own hops.
Yes.
Yeah, they had a crop failure.
Well, no, we discussed this actually. I think it was like last year or the year before, even.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a to do because, say, wineries can grow their own grapes and then use that to make their own wine and then sell it on the premises. But the same kind of situation is not afforded to breweries. So breweries can't necessarily grow their own hops and then brew their own beer on site and then sell it like, say, a winery does. So there was a petition against them about their LR, what is it? The land,
The ALR.
The ALR.
yeah, the ALR, and that they weren't conforming to that law, so they were going to make them change. In the end, they ended up winning it, so they can
How's that not
they can
conform?
basically operate the way that they've always operated.
It comes.
ALR is all about growing stuff.
Yes, but you have to remember that they also have a brewing license. They're not necessarily just a farm. I mean, I'm sure if they want to come on the show and explain it entirely, that'd be great. But really, I mean, the whole thing is there's the ALR, but then there's brewing, and those are very different beasts. And when it comes to licensing and all that kind of stuff, their lives can get very difficult very fast.
And if they make an exception for one, then they got to make an exception for everybody. And then it becomes a bit of an issue.
And then suddenly I start a brewery in my bathroom and, sky's the limit.
They don't even grow a lot.
No?
Like you can spit from one end to the other.
Yeah.
And they
diversify.
Fairly tall.
They diversify their fields too. So yes, they grow their own hops, but they don't exclusively use their own hops. They also, I think, they have apple trees. They make honey. There's a lot of things that they are doing on that farm. Some of it they use in the beer. Some of it they don't.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I was trying to formulate a sentence there, obviously. But what I was thinking is the what actually could happen, or in my life, is if I were to be given $20 million, I would want to set up a Persephone sort of situation where foods that I grow on the farm get put into the beer, because why not? I don't know. That just would be kind of cool. I think it would be kind of fun, and I really think that it would be worth investigating if somebody wanted to give me $20 million.
Very.
Yeah.
Actually, what I would love is so my in-laws, my wife's parents actually own a farm just south of Duncan, and I would love them to turn it into a hop farm with a brewery on site.
So you said hop farm?
Yes.
Okay, I heard hot farm. I'm like, it's gonna be a hot farm on the farm tonight, boys and girls. Let me tell you.
Draw out some peppers.
Gonna get some of those jalapenos. Which reminds me, hey, Peanut Gallery, what kind of peppers are we growing in our garden?
Cayenne and habanero.
Habanero and cayenne. Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Haven't eaten any yet. Because we've got a bunch that
don't want to.
Why not? Why not?
Habaneros are
What's wrong with habaneros?
are
What do you got against habaneros?
nasty.
They're nasty.
They're nasty.
Why are they nasty?
Because they're freaking hot.
What? Or are you just a wuss?
Yes.
I think he's a wuss.
Yeah, I'll go.
I will freely admit to this. I'm not a spice guy. A mild kick.
That's what we should have called ourselves.
Spice
The Spice Guys.
The Spice Guys.
Ooh.
What would you be called? There's the Spice Girls are the
Oh, jeez.
there's Scary Spice, Baby Spice, Posh
Sporty
Spice,
Spice, Posh
Sporty
Spice, Scary Spice.
Did I say Scary Spice already?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm trying to. Isn't there 5 of them? Who
Yes.
am I missing?
Ginger Spice.
Right. So who would Dave be? Wussy Spice? Shorty
Well,
Spice?
no, we'd have to go with.
I think it would be Tarragon.
Tarragon.
Yeah.
How's that for classy? Yeah.
And tonight, opening for the Spice Girls, Tarragon.
Or caraway seed.
People are
or
like,
something.
who? Who's this guy? Why?
Caraway.
Why?
That's even better. I could just see it.
Cardamom.
Cardamom, or hell, let's go with thyme.
Oh,
Sage.
Sage, yeah, and also what's my favorite?
Rosemary.
Rosemary. That's what I think is great.
Parsley. Parsley.
Dave
Sage.
is now
rosemary, and
renamed Parsley.
Oh, that would be a great name for a band. We call it the Spice Girls. So there should be rosemary, sage, thyme, and parsley.
Wow.
Parsley, sage, rosemary.
They get up on stage and they start singing things like, if you want to have a healthy diet and solid oops, include rosemary in your potatoes. Oh my god.
Really? Can that do that?
Maybe. Wow. I don't know how to recover from that, to be honest. But that's okay because apparently that noise solves all problems. So Dave, please take off all of your clothing and run around and say things like, I'm a little teapot.
Maybe we should.
This show's
end it
going to
here.
hell. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been looking at the stats and people are checking us out. And by the way, I accidentally started streaming this to my Facebook timeline. So sorry about that. Although a lot of people were looking at it going, what the hell are they doing? So normally that's unusual or whatever, everyone, Alan, take us out.